Are we meeting for the first time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, welcome then. My name is Vipul and I am a personality development trainer. I come from the holy land of Uttarakhand, Devbhoomi Uttarakhand as we call it here. That's a little about me. Okay, please tell me a little about yourself then. Where do you
I'm
come
Raj
from?
Ranjan and I'm from Patna. And I'm a private tutor. Yeah, like part-time private tutor, and trying to work on my English so that I could add this English language as my horizon in teaching, so that
That's
I could
good. So
start spoken
you
classes
want
as
to
well.
teach English as well. Okay, you want
Yeah,
to start spoken English classes. Very good.
and
This is
I
good.
have been teaching like the grammar part or the other stuff, like
Okay.
teaching state code is a bit easy, and of course even
Yeah.
the previous student sometimes I get, and it's good, but of course I'm trying to uh, evolve myself so that I could become a better tutor.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, you should do that, and
Yeah.
you can be the next Khan sir of Bihar. I feel, right? He also made it big like this. I
Yeah,
really like him by the way he teaches,
yeah,
the way he speaks.
of course, of
Interesting.
course.
Yeah, you
He
can't ignore
is
him.
interesting person, of course,
Yeah.
and I mean he has a vast experience of every, uh, not only the subjects but in general, whatever he
Yes.
talked about the life and other stuff as well.
Hmm. Right now when you are saying this word, vast. It's vast. Say vast.
Yeah, vast.
Right now when you're saying it, it sounds like this. WRST, worst. It sounds like
Okay.
worst when you're saying it. Yeah, vast experience of learning and vast experience in every field. You can say
Yeah, right.
vast. Because if you don't say it in this way, then it would mean something else. People would think worst experience. That's
Oh,
bad,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
So it can make a
Uh,
different meaning. That's why I thought I should
right.
correct you.
Yeah, yeah, of
Okay then.
course.
Okay, so you are currently training people. You are tutoring people, and
Yeah.
are you enjoying this part? Are you liking it?
Yeah, of course, I enjoy.
Okay. What's the best
And
part
like,
of being a trainer? Sorry, please go ahead.
I mean, like the way I have started, and I want to bring that on. I mean, I want to make that big. So that is why
You
it's
want to build it.
the, yes. And of course, it's all about enjoying. I mean, unless you enjoy something,
Yeah.
you cannot think about making that big. So once you start enjoying, you feel like, okay, this is the place I exist, or I can do something else as well. So I'm
Yeah.
enjoying that process right now.
This is good. This is really good then. But you tell me one thing. We have seen a lot of students going for UPSC in
Yeah.
Bihar, especially. You get a lot of students from there.
Yes,
So
of course.
did that never occur to you, or are you also planning to go for UPSC someday?
No, no. I mean, I am a CA dropout, so
Oh, same here. This makes us two.
that's
High five.
okay.
Yeah.
So I never thought that way. So all I
Okay.
did, sometimes I tried a few government jobs, but after that I thought that this is the place I exist. I enjoy this, interest me, and I can be
Okay.
satisfied if I could do something.
Yes.
If not,
That's more
even if
than
not
important.
big,
Mhm.
but if I can manage to do something on my own and enjoy it,
Mm,
make a
mm,
difference to the others who come to me, it would be
mm.
far than enough.
Yes, yes. And at the end of the day, you have to be a little satisfied, right? If you
Yeah,
can actually make a difference in someone's life, I feel really, privileged that I get to meet many people, and they take me as a trainer. It's a big responsibility, and I really like it. I think anyone who is involved with students, they should always have this thankfulness, right?
yeah,
That
of
they
course.
are in this profession. It's a big thing. Okay, so now tell me one thing. I'm asking a very different question. Let us suppose your coaching becomes big. I'm really sorry about the background noise. So if the coaching becomes
Okay, no,
big, I hope it's not
yeah,
disturbing you.
no, it's okay.
Okay. So I was saying that, for example, if your coaching becomes big and you have to hire some teachers, what would you be looking in those teachers? What would you want in those teachers? Tell me three qualities.
The first thing is that they should be very good with their skills, and the other thing is, in other part, like apart from the knowledge, they should be good in treating the students. It's like the way we have grown, our teachers or our generation, they were a kind of very rude to us. Like, do it or you will get nowhere.
You're
So
absolutely right about
I mean
it.
that attitude has already changed in our society, but of course that doesn't go well with some or the other tutors. They are or teachers. They still are in that zone that if a student is not reading or not doing well, just punish him or her and they will start doing. So if somebody has the same attitude, I would reject him or her for sure. You should
Mm.
be friendly and you should be looking forward that what is the
Affectionate
reason.
towards
Yeah,
children,
uh,
right? Mm.
what is the
What is
reason
the reason?
behind their
Mm.
lack of interest in all this stuff. So
Mm.
you have to
Yeah.
work on that. So that is the
Mm.
one
It's
quality
not
if
always the
somebody
child's
has.
fault, you know. This is one thing
Yeah,
that should be made clear in the beginning only. It's not always the child's fault. So if you
of
are a
course.
teacher, you have to take some responsibility.
Yeah, of course. So
Okay.
these two qualities, and like the third one,
Mm.
if I say, I mean,
Yeah, if
these
you want
two
to.
are more than enough.
These two are enough. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
a person should be good at his or her skills, and the second one is that they should be affectionate and careful and caring
yeah,
towards
of course.
kids. Right. I think that should be the first point. I always look for teachers who love kids. I think that's more than important, more than necessary
Yeah,
for me.
right.
Skills can be more or less, right? Not every scholar is a great teacher. It is said. It's true also.
Yes,
Not
of
every
course,
person
of
who's
course.
good at examinations is going to be a good teacher. No, that's not the case. I was not very
Right,
good at
right.
academics, but English was my forte, so I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm going to send a.
And like even I am not good, or I was not good at. That's why. Sorry, if I'm audible, you are on mute. You are on.
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
So like
Hmm.
I was not good at it, but when I started
Hmm.
enjoying and I started working on this, I feel that okay, I can make people understand. I can make the student understand. So it's good if
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
enjoying it and if I'm able to
Hmm.
make them improve. So as far as
Hmm.
it goes this way, it is going good. So I'm enjoying, and
Yeah,
this is what
it's
a
a good
teacher
sign.
need to have.
Yeah, it's a very good sign, and I really like people who actually focus on minute things. Right, just looking at the bigger picture is also important, but sometimes some minute details should not be missed out on. What is
Yeah,
like I always think, if there is a thief, what's the reason behind him becoming a thief? Is it because he does not want to work hard? Then beat him, right? But if it is because he was not given any opportunity, then I think we are at fault. As a society, we should be, accused. That
of
should
course,
happen.
of course.
I'm sending a statement to you on the chat box. We'll have a discussion over it. But first of all,
Okay.
tell me, what do you read in the chat box right now that I've just sent?
Spare the rod or spoil the child.
Yes. Do you understand this statement?
Uh, no,
I'll
no.
make it clear if
I
you don't. No problem.
Yeah.
See, spare the rod, spoil the child. Rod here means corporal punishments, beating people,
Okay.
beating kids,
Yeah.
right? Punishing them
Okay.
like
Right.
that, the way we were treated in school, right? Punched and I'm very sorry. This is happening a lot. Yeah. So, so spare the rod. It means stop beating the kids, stop punishing them, and in this way, if you do this, you would be spoiling your child.
Yeah.
They're saying
Of
if you
course,
don't punish
like the
them,
meaning
you will
I
be
got,
spoiling the child.
but I was
Hmm.
unable to. I mean, get that. How would I? Per-
Oh, okay.
I
No
mean,
problem.
perceive
Now you
the
can.
overall. Yes. So now I got
Hmm.
the idea behind.
Now tell me,
So
would you
like,
support this statement or you're against this statement? Tell me that.
of course, I am against the statement, and that is what we are talking for the last few minutes.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
this was the attitude when we were kids, when we
Hmm.
used to study. It was the almost attitude of almost every teacher that if we are
Hmm.
sparing the rod, we are spoiling the child, and if we are using
Hmm.
that, we can make them do big in their life. Just you
Hmm.
have to do, no matter what is going in
Hmm.
your mind, no matter what you feel, how you are doing all this. But if
Hmm.
I can beat you, you will get to know that okay, in order to survive myself, I have to study. But that doesn't work on everybody, or that doesn't work. I mean, on anybody, I would say.
Mm.
I mean, because like I can give some practical example. I mean, the school I have been in during child up to my class 5 or 6, it
Mm.
it was known for its punishment in the society. It was
Oh.
known for this, and
Mm.
few kids, they did brilliant because they were
Mm.
brilliant and they never got punished for that. And some of
Okay.
them who were not doing good or got punished
Mm.
in starting, they did good, but later if we see the bigger picture, what are they doing in the
Mm.
current life? So they are not doing that good, or those who were not
Mm.
doing good at that time have reached somewhere.
Mm.
So it's not, it
Okay.
doesn't work all that way. It's all about the
Mm.
environment, the ambience one get, and all other
Mm.
situations. Everything matters a lot. It's not only the
You're right.
child and his mindset that he is not reading,
Mm.
let's beat him and he will.
And also somewhere I feel that if you punish children like that, you tend to tell them without saying you are tending to tell them that you are our own property and we can do anything with you. No, no
Yeah,
child is a parent's property. It's not the case. They're relatives, right? They want to
of
live
course.
together. That's why they're living together. But
Yeah,
they're treated as property in India. So that's a sad fact.
right.
Not only in India but in the outer countries as well. I've seen this approach, which is sad. Okay, next up, we are going to speak about some more thing. Hmm. But do you think if you don't beat them, they would lose their way or they would be misguided? How to then punish them? Because I think punishments are important. Some sort of punishment should be given. What sort of punishments should be given? How to keep them on the track?
Uh, I don't think punishment is necessary, or
Mm-hmm.
I think the other way. Maybe it's like making them aware that if you are
Mm-hmm.
not doing good, or if you are unable
Mm-hmm.
to do something,
Mm-hmm.
just look the bigger picture. I mean, what would you do? How would you survive? And
Mm-hmm.
let them make aware with whatever happening around the world or around
Mm-hmm.
our society as well, so that
Mm-hmm.
they could think on their own. So just give them the knowledge and
Okay.
try to make them I mean
Mm-hmm.
the better person, and they would themselves get to know, I mean, how the
Mm-hmm.
life works, what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not good at a study, what else that I am good at? How can I
Mm-hmm.
survive on my own? So if we instill all these things, I'm talking about the
Mm-hmm.
child who have grown up. I mean, they are in the later half of their teenage. They can understand all these
Mm-hmm.
things. So if we
Yeah.
make all this understand to them, they can survive,
Mm-hmm.
they can do good, and they can improve. But if we talk about the other kids, I mean the
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, or maybe up to 12 or 13, they do not
Mm-hmm.
even they do not to be beaten. I mean, they can be punished in some
They should
or
not be
the other.
beaten. Okay.
They should not be
Mm.
beaten.
I think
And
punishment in sense of constructive punishments is fine. You know,
yeah,
when I said this word punishment, I meant constructive punishment, not
yeah.
beating or scolding someone. But for example,
I
as it
mean,
is
yes,
given in Japan, yeah, in
yeah,
Japan,
of
people
course.
are asked to, yeah, they have to stay after the school if they don't complete their homework, and then they have to clean the whole school. It's treating them well. I think it's not bad to ask them to clean their own,
Yeah,
toilets, which is
yeah,
fine.
of course,
It's
of course.
someone's duty, so that person is given more duties. I think that
Yeah,
develops the
so
personality.
I was trying to come on this part that, of
Okay.
course, if we
Okay.
need to
Mm,
punish, so we should punish
mm,
in such a way that would be helpful
mm,
for him. Like sometimes they can feel
mm,
that if I have to avoid all this, I need to work hard.
mm,
So in
mm,
that way, we
yes.
can instill these things in children as
Mm.
well.
Because if we don't punish, then this thing would travel ahead. And when
Yeah.
these kids would grow up, and then when they would ride bikes or they would drive cars, then they would be jumping signals, and they would not accept the fining culture of traffic police. They would say, "Why are you fining us?" Right? Because they
Yes.
must have not received any punishments in their age, right? In
Yes,
their
of course.
childhood.
And
So
that
that's
is
why it's
the
important.
reality. I mean,
Mhm.
if we talk about our society, that is the harsh reality of our society as well. There are so many persons who do not even think this way. I mean, they constantly break all these rules. The traffic rules, breaking traffic rules is normal phenomena in our country, and this is broken
Very.
by all these kids as well. And sometimes, like if I can explain, I mean,
Please.
nearby our house, I mean, around 100 meters, there has been a bridge that was on construction 2 years ago, and
Under construction.
the moment it was opened, there was no traffic at all. So kids, all these kids, even 14 or 15-year kids, used to go and ride the bike and play some stunt on
Oh
that
my.
bridge, and many accidents has occurred there.
Oh, still.
So not now, but because now it is a busy road, so that has, uh,
Okay.
I mean, decreased. But of course, whatever was lost, I mean, the life of 5 or 6 people when it was lost, what for what
That's
reason?
sad.
I mean, that could have been easily avoided if we could have uh, instructed our children well, or maybe we would not have restricted them that much. Sometimes it happens like if you restrict your children, okay, you do not have to ride bike. The moment he gets bike, either of his friends or even if you are not at your home and he finds the key, he will go outside. And what if
Yeah.
at that only moment he involves in such or other things, or maybe
Yeah, yeah.
some other things
It's true.
happen. Sometimes he can be back. I mean, sometimes he can get only injuries, or sometimes they lost even the life. So what loss? What is the
Yeah.
purpose of these things? This
Hmm.
could have been easily avoided.
Yes. When you're saying even the life, it's not correct because I think you're using this article the excessively. Okay. Just try
Okay,
to reduce the usage of it. Whenever you use it, just try
okay,
to be a little careful. Okay.
okay.
Because
Yeah, right.
it can cost even their life. Their life could have been used. You said even
Yeah,
the life.
of
That's not
course.
required. Okay.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Oh no problem. It's part of my job. Don't thank me.
Yeah,
Next up,
of
it's
course.
yeah. Um had you been teaching in a school? Have you ever tried teaching in a school also?
No,
Did that
I
ever thought?
haven't. No, I
You
haven't
haven't thought of
taught
it.
in school.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's very much rewarding. I don't think school, what is it? Private schools. In private schools, you get that kind of reward also. I think they ask you to work throughout the day, and then they won't reward you much. I think salaries are not that good. I feel so. What do you think about
Yeah.
private schools for teachers from a teacher's point of view?
Uh, of course, that is the case. Uh, they are not
Mm-hmm.
rewarded. Not even the private or even the governments. But sometimes it is in government. It is the opposite case. Like they are given much, and in return they are not providing that service. So many
Mm-hmm.
cases, so many incidents are
Mm-hmm.
there that teachers who are not
Mm-hmm.
even able to pronounce English well, or maybe spell
I've
it,
seen that
and
many
and
videos from Bihar and
and
UP.
yet they are English teachers.
Yeah.
So uh, it is that way as well. And in private, of course, teachers are not rewarded in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the reality or harsh reality of our society.
Mm-hmm.
That
I'm just writing a feedback also. Okay. Yeah, please continue. Do you want to say something more, or are you done with the
no,
answer?
yeah, done.
Okay, good. See, when you're speaking, just try to first of all try to make unique sentences, right? Sometimes after five seven lines of explanation, your voice, not your voice actually, your content gets repetitive. So that should not
Okay,
happen. Although the amount of sentences that you make initially is fine. It's completely fine. If you can end it there, that's also fine. But if you want to keep on speaking, then go for some unique approach. Okay. How to
okay,
do that? I'll just tell you towards the end of the session. We'll just go for one
okay,
more thing that I want to
okay.
discuss from someone who's from, especially from Patna, Bihar. I have a question for you.
Yeah,
And
right.
yeah, that is about an ITR, not ITR, RTI, sorry. Really sorry. It's income tax code.
Yeah,
That's why RTI. that was filed by Indian Express recently on the education level or qualification level of all these cabinet ministers of Bihar government. So this RTA was launched and the results came out. It was very disturbing, by the way. 20 cabinet ministers out of all the cabinet ministers that are there in Bihar government, they have not passed even class 9th, right? So even the law minister of your state is, I don't think he has passed class 2nd also. So that was the case. I think it's really disturbing. So do you think this is a disturbing fact, and do you think there should be a necessary education qualification for all these ministers also, or all these politicians? What do you think?
Of course, I mean, this topic is talked a lot, and this should be, because it's not only about the education, also about other criteria on which a politician should be selected. Should be there, but there is no quality at all. Just the age numbers, and if you are able to grab those votes for you. This is the only qualification a leader need to have to become a politician. A person need to have to become a leader. So this is bad, and this is I mean worst scenario as far as politicians are concerned. And this is really disturbing. Sometimes I do feel that as well, like if all these are there to guide or to make the rules for you, is there really worth enough to live in this city or something like that? Let's go other places.
So, that's why people migrate, I think. Because of bad governance, many people migrate from Bihar every year.
Yes, of course. That is the reason.
Okay.
But we have not come to any conclusion, because the way the constitution has been designed, it's all about the politicians. Unless they are willing to do it, nothing will change.
And why would a dictator try to bring in democracy into his land? It's same as that, right? Why would an illiterate politician would want to bring such a rule? But this should come now. I think after at least 5-10 years we would actually need it, and we need it right away, not just after 5 to 10 years, because the condition in which
not even right away. I think if I can go back, we needed it way back when we got independence. Right. If not then at least by 80s we should have got it.
As history is always written by the survivors, and they can write anything. Likewise, laws are also made by the people who we have selected. So we have selected the wrong people. We have elected the wrong people earlier. That's why. But it's not people's problem also, or it's not people's mistake. I think it's because of the choice that we get. We don't get the right choice, right? We don't get the right people to choose from. We have to always make a very safe selection. We can't make the best selection. That's the problem in India, in Indian politics right now.
And like we are in such a situation that there are maybe lakhs of people who will always vote Nota, only Nota. They have no option and they don't know what to do. So every time they will go and they vote Nota.
But what's the point of pressing that Nota button? Nothing happens after that, right? That's why even I pressed it once in life, I'll tell you. But after that, I regretted it because nothing happens. Even if you press Nota, and then I read the terminology. So nothing happens. There must be re-elections, right? And the same people can stand again. For how many times you would press the Nota button? There's no point of it. In India, at least, there's no point of it. In Finland, this happens.
Yeah, of course.
In place of Nota button, they keep all the cartoon characters. So once this was the condition of Finland's government, that Donald Duck, a cartoon character, a fictional cartoon character, got the highest votes and became the president of the place. So that happened once. But that was a learning lesson for them. And then they changed the entire government. And this is how it should be done. This is a shame for all the people who were standing with Donald Duck, right? But Donald Duck won the elections. Can you believe that?
Okay.
This is